All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're talking about something that sounds like it's pulled straight from science fiction, but it's happening right now. It's the incredible rise of the one-person, AI-powered billion-dollar empire.
And I want to be super clear about this. This isn't some far off futuristic dream. The idea of a single person building a massive multi-billion-dollar company, it's not just a theory anymore. AI is fundamentally changing the game, giving one individual the kind of leverage that used to require huge teams and mountains of cash.
I mean, just look at the difference. The old way of building a business was all about big, complex teams, huge upfront costs, and moving at a snail's pace. But the new AI empire, it's run by a single founder with almost no starting capital, moving at an absolutely breakneck speed. Your AI is your entire staff, and it just collapses the time and money it takes to get things done.
And if you're wondering just how big this opportunity is, get a load of this number, $154.6 billion. And get this, that's just the projected value for one tiny corner of this new world, the market for AI-generated virtual influencers. It's just a sliver of the whole pie, but it shows you the insane economic power we're dealing with here.
So that brings us to the first chapter of our story today, the one-person empire. You should really think of this as a new kind of call to adventure, A brand new frontier opening up for any entrepreneur who's got a big idea.
Now, every great adventure needs some kind of, well, magical aid, right? The hero always gets a special sword or a map. For the solo founder, this magic comes in the form of your AI co-pilots. This is the toolkit of incredibly powerful and easy-to-use AI programs that are completely leveling the playing field. And here's what's so revolutionary about this. You don't have to be a coding genius anymore. Seriously, the tools have gotten so good that even non-technical founders can now design, prototype, and build their own products completely on their own. And that means you keep all your equity and you can move at the speed of thought. So let's look at the creative side of things for a second. With something like ChatGPT, you can brainstorm viral video ideas and write incredible scripts in minutes. Then you jump over to a tool like 11 Labs to create a voiceover that sounds completely human. And for visuals, Midjourney or Synthesia can create professional-grade images or even lifelike AI avatars. You've essentially just automated an entire creative studio.
But this goes way, way beyond just making cool content. AI can be your entire back office. You have tools like Devin AI that can literally act as your own autonomous software engineer. You have others that can automate all of your project management, and even tools that can handle all your finances, like sending invoices and tracking expenses. It's wild.
Okay, let's make this really concrete. Just look at this workflow for a completely automated YouTube channel. First, an AI comes up with the viral topic and writes the script. Second, another AI generates a perfect human-sounding narration. Third, a different AI creates all the images and video clips. And finally, an AI editor puts it all together, slaps on subtitles, and publishes it. It's a content factory that runs itself.
The effect this has on a business can be just jaw-dropping. In one real-world case, an insurance company used AI to automate just one part of its claims process. The result? A 1,420% increase in efficiency for that one task. That is the kind of insane leverage we're talking about.
Okay, so you've got the tools. But tools by themselves don't build an empire that lasts. For that, you need a strategy. You need a playbook, a blueprint for building what we call a defensible AI moat that your competitors just can't get across.
And one of the most powerful strategies for this is something called the agentic AI flywheel. It's kind of like a 4-part recipe for success. First, you blend a public AI with your own secret sauce, your private data. That gives you unique insights nobody else has. Second, you train that AI to be a world-class expert in one specific niche. Third, you plug it directly into the software your customers already use, so it can actually do things for them. And fourth, you give it a long-term memory, a knowledge graph, so it gets smarter and smarter with every single customer it talks to.
So how do these empires actually make money? They don't rely on just one thing. They use a smart hybrid model. It's a mix of in-app purchases,
different subscription levels, maybe some ad revenue, and even affiliate marketing. By combining all of these, you build a financial engine that's way more resilient and can scale way faster. And the ultimate goal here, the absolute holy grail of this playbook, is to create a business that is truly autonomous. We're talking about a lights-out operation. That term comes from manufacturing, where a factory can run with the lights off because no humans are needed. In this case, your entire digital infrastructure, your servers, your code, it all manages, scales, and even fixes itself. This all leads to the ultimate unfair advantage, a data network effect. It's this beautiful, self-reinforcing loop. The more users you get, the more unique data you collect. The more data you have, the smarter and more personalized your AI becomes. The smarter the AI, the better the experience is for your users. And of course, a better experience brings in even more users. The whole thing just spins faster and faster, making your business more valuable and almost impossible to compete with. Which brings us to our final and maybe our most important chapter. Now, this entire story might sound like it's leading to a future where humans are just obsolete. But the real secret, the hidden truth of the one-person AI empire, is that it's not about replacing humans. It's about augmenting them. So here's the billion-dollar question, isn't it? If the AI is running the business, and it's making all the content, and it's managing all the tech, what's left for you? What's the human's job in all of this?
Well, here's a really critical piece of the puzzle, and it comes down to a little thing called copyright law. Right now, work that is purely generated by an AI can't be copyrighted. It falls into the public domain. But when a human takes that AI output and creatively chooses it, arranges it, and edits it, that resulting work can be protected. Your taste, your creativity, your choices, that is the key to creating a real asset that you can actually own and sell.
So your role completely changes. You stop being the person doing the manual labor, and you become the ultimate steward of the empire. You are the visionary architect, pointing the ship in the right direction. You're the ethical governor, making sure the AI is used responsibly. You're the creative director, adding that essential human touch. And most important of all, you are the strategic decision maker.
Because at the end of the day, an AI can spit out a million options, but it can't replace human judgment. It takes a person to have a vision. As this quote says, AI isn't going to change the need for leaders to have strategic courage, to make a bold bet and commit to a direction when the path isn't clear. That's what you bring to the table. That's your value.
But let's be honest, being the only human in charge is a massive weight to carry. So how do you actually manage it all? Well, first, you use AI to support yourself. Tools that can act as your personal assistant, managing your calendar and taking notes. Second, you find your tribe. You connect with other solo founders and online communities. And third, you build a small, informal advisory board, a network of smart people you trust who can give you guidance. Even a solo emperor needs a support system. Which leaves us with one last really provocative question to think about. The rise of the one-person AI empire. It's not just a new way to do business. It challenges our entire idea of what a company is, what work is, what scale even means. So as this new reality takes hold, you really have to wonder, is this the end of the company as we know it? Thanks for tuning in.